If you have recently switched from breastfeeding to formula feeding, here are some tips and tricks that you might not have thought of. This transition can be kind of confusing because breast milk and formula are different. From feeding times to traveling to the temperature of the milk to the storage of the milk, everything is different. So here are some tips and tricks if you're making the transition from breast milk to formula. One big thing, your baby might need less breast milk than they do formula because formula is metabolized differently. So if you were giving your baby like 4 or 5 ounce breast milk bottles, you might end up giving them like 6, 7, 8 ounce formula bottles. Because of this, your baby might eat less frequently when you're using formula because formula takes longer to digest than breast milk. So if you were feeding your baby like every 2 to 3 hours with breast milk, you might be able to go like every 3 to 4 hours with formula. Prepared formula is good for 24 hours in the fridge or 2 hours after being heated up, as opposed to breast milk, which is good for 4 days in the fridge, also 2 hours after being heated up. The exception to this, if you have pre-mixed formula that comes liquid, that's usually good for 48 hours in the fridge, not 24. But if you have prepared formula with powder and water, that's good for 24 hours in the fridge usually. The typical rule for temperature of breast milk is to never heat it above body temperature or you'll lose some of the nutrients. Typically, you can heat formula to a little bit above body temperature if your baby prefers warmer bottles. The other big thing I can recommend during this transition is to still put a little bit of breast milk in your bottles of formula. That's the best way to transition your baby onto formula, is to slowly make the switch. So like add an ounce of formula to each bottle and then add 2 ounces of formula and so on until the whole bottle is formula. I hope this was helpful in your transition from breast milk to formula, and just remember, fed is best. You are feeding your baby, you are doing amazing. Happy baby feeding!